pursuit of this vehicle, which has yet to impact any police vehicles or any other vehicles. You can see Maryland State Police moving in here, but they've yet to be able to get in front of this vehicle and pin it in.
Yeah, and what makes it difficult as well, I'm assuming, is because you're talking about a roadside assistance truck with flashing lights. So a lot of those folks are also just trying to move out of the way as well.
Yeah, and it's hard to even tell how fast this vehicle is going, but you can see clearly the drivers that are along this stretch of road, wherever this driver is, know that something is going on enough to get out of the way.
Yeah, so I'm assuming at this point as well, you're talking about a chase involving multiple jurisdictions. So they're probably phoning some of the other police departments in our area just in case this moves out of the region as well.
So we do know that Maryland State Police is the lead agency here that has initiated this pursuit, and that Prince George's County Police, because it there is in the county, they've been asked to assist. So you have a number of officers just sort of converging in and around this area in an attempt to bring this vehicle to a stop, but they've so far been unsuccessful in even trying to get in front of this vehicle. When we were watching it just a few minutes ago, it was in the parking lot of some office building. It looked as though officers might have been able to box him in, but that's when this vehicle went out of the parking lot and into this grassy field to get away. Hopefully we can get that video and turn it around for you in the next couple of minutes. But it looks like it started monitoring it in Calverton. Sky 9 was over the scene of this vehicle, which was driving. Other cars were passing it on the road. It just looked like a roadside emergency vehicle with its lights on driving down the road. There were no police cars in pursuit at that point. Even at that point, we're told that the Maryland State Police helicopter was not even involved. It was simply the news chopper that was overhead following this. And then as it came closer to when we eventually went on air with this, that's when this vehicle started to be pursued by officers. Everything that you've seen play out on our air is all of the impacts that the vehicle has made, and now it's moving again. We're on the move again here. But every single impact it's made with other vehicles, and I've counted at least 10 of them so far, we've all seen it. Nothing else happened before we actually came to air except for this vehicle evading police through an office center parking lot, and it impacted some power lines as it drove over a grassy field out of this parking lot in an attempt to get away from the officers who were following.
Hey, Ads, you were just saying something about White Oak. Do we think he's in the White Oak area right now, sort of White Oak, Silver Spring, Route 29 in that area?
That would make sense. It's hard to follow as the chopper has been so intently focused very close in on it, but we do know that this started in Calverton, it was on Route 29, then we saw the suspect get off onto 95 southbound and get off onto Powder Mill, so that's in the Beltsville, White Oak area. So yeah, White Oak would be closer to Silver Spring, Route 29, so it looks like it could be in that area.
Yeah, it looks like we're on Route 29 at this point, and we just noticed the driver just go by a couple of officers there, and you're back on the highway again.
At 29, which of course is a major thoroughfare between the D.C. area and Baltimore. A lot of folks would be driving this way during their rush hour trip home. It doesn't look like there are very many vehicles where this vehicle is right now, which suggests that maybe people have some understanding that something is going on here and they need to get out of the way.
Yeah, so we talked a minute ago. I saw earlier they were just sort of letting this driver have it, go at it, but this is where they're probably, look at this here.
Whoa, hit another car.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring this to a stop a lot sooner as you look at this driver get
wow,
more
hitting
aggressive.
Another car, 3 more cars, 4 cars, 5 cars. Doing another maneuver to go back onto 29. Oh, it looks like he stopped at this
so
tree.
I don't know if he's stuck or stopped. Nope, he's trying to back out of there. Again, so this all started with a report of a stolen truck, right, Adam? This is how okay, so we have officers approaching right now.
They appear to be opening the door.
They're surrounding the car.
Are they pulling him out of the car?
Looks like they're going to try to pull him out of the car. We
Guns
saw it
drawn?
moving just a bit. Those guns are drawn. I'm not sure if we're going to cut away.
It looks like they're trying to break the back window.
They're trying to get in somehow because, as you saw a minute ago, this is truly a threat right here when you have a driver just maneuvering the streets like this with a lot of traffic out on the roads in such a busy part of town as well. Again, you have the K9 dogs on scene as well. A lot of those officers from Maryland State Police. You had Prince George's County Police a little earlier on the scene. A number of jurisdictions working to bring this driver to a stop. They're trying to break through the glass to get in.
I can't tell that there's any movement in the car right now. I mean, I'm up on the screen right now, Ads. I don't know if you can see it too.
I can't see it any better.
They're hitting the window to try to get inside.
But as far as motion behind the driver's wheel, I can't see And what has to be scary for officers at this point, because we don't know if this suspect was armed. We don't know how he or she took control of this vehicle.
And also,
update.
Let's see your hands!
At this time.
Get your hands on the window!
Vehicle 44 at 114.
Direct, man.
Police, respond to us! You got a rifle on his lap.
CENTCOM 502. Correction, 504. Just wanted to see if you were direct with the update.
Negative.
10-4, shots were fired. There, unknown who shot or who shot first. There's still no movement or response from the suspect in the vehicle.
Correct.
And roll 55 in.
That's right, George, 115 westbound.
115 westbound, then 55 in.
Good?
Correct.
524.
Okay.
And be advised that there is some picture.
About that, we're having IFB issues. Right now you can see heavy traffic down there. Sheriff's Department, they know what they're doing, trained professionals. They've got their guys on the ground to back off, and hopefully this driver in this BMW will slow down. Start just driving a little bit more with a little bit more safety and just stop doing all this stuff that we're seeing right there, these extremely dangerous moves. Now, he was on the freeway for some point. Looks like we're making our way back onto a freeway right now. Almost took out that gore point. And, you know, those are the things. When we see these reckless drivers go against, go up against the curb like that, hit a gore point, start using those emergency lanes, the first thing that comes in my mind is hopefully he picks up a flat tire. That'll bring this thing to an end very, very quickly. Now I can tell you we made our way onto the 605 freeway. Okay. Are we the only ones here? Understand it, and this pursuit continues. Thank goodness nobody's been hurt, but it is not over. I'll try. Jeff, can we get to the other side? All right, I hear you. Can we just go to like Fullerton? All right. Well, whatever we're getting close to. Yes. A lot of smoke coming out of that car and a lot of parts still flying out of the front of it. You know, once that wheel was gone, you're basically down to the sorry, you're down to the hub, and you got pieces flying off. And it's like it just hit that other car right there. I'm sure a lot of that stuff is not plastic. I'm sure that is a lot of pieces of metal. That's going to be a lot of that hub. A lot of the steering is going to be down there as well, and it's all just grinding and starting to fall off the car. This is going to basically help bring. Oh, see, this is the reason why I didn't want to get over here, because if we did get off the freeway, we might not be able to see it because of the sound wall. But right now, he's still continuing on. This is going to be one of those spots. I mean, we've seen it in the past. He's basically just makes his way through, but okay. All right, staying on the road, not getting on the freeway, that's a big plus. I was surprised as well. This is this older BMW. These are great cars. We've seen them in a lot of movies. There's a reason why a lot of diplomats were picking these vehicles back in the day, and this is probably one of the reasons why. But right now, this car is in the wrong hands, doing the wrong things, and law enforcement just wants to bring it to a stop before he collides with somebody, creating injury to somebody else. Wrong side of the road, rowing the wrong way, going the wrong way. Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez. It's amazing that this thing is just keeping on going. Right now, we're getting back onto another freeway. This would be a spot, of course, behind the trees, would be a spot where they could be able to do that pit maneuver. But he definitely, that driver, fuel. And I don't want to say that, but it is what it is. And we're going to stay with it as long as we can. If we keep heading this direction, we're going to be getting this closer to some other airports. But right now, though, you can definitely see this vehicle coming apart. That front wheel being held on by pieces. And, you know, that's a part of it, too. If that comes apart at these speeds on the freeway and a big chunk of that comes off, that could hurt some people as well. There goes the rear bumper. Yep, there goes the rear bumper. Let's clarify that enough. These officers are, you know, they are thinking about the safety of that lunatic behind the wheel. And right now, it's swerving around. Yep. That is true, especially with now we're back in traffic, but it looks like, let's see if he's going to try to use that off ramp, but it's definitely in the emergency lane. I'm on fire as already underneath that car. He did open up the sunroof, but a lot more smoke coming out of the bottom of the car. Hopefully that thing is going to, maybe he's starting to get smoke inside the car. That could be as well, because of something's definitely changing right there. Something is definitely changing. Here we go. Oh. Okay. And doors open. Is he really going to try to run? Oh, what's CHP doing? Okay. Jesus, guys. Two people inside. We were asked by law enforcement to keep an eye on the passenger. So we're going to keep an eye on this guy right there the best we can while the California Highway Patrol is, if I can keep an eye on both of them, I definitely will. But they usually separate there. Got on the other side of the freeway. Jeff, we need to get over to the we're moving Skyfox the best we can. We'll keep an eye on him. to get away. I hope they don't try to carjack anybody. That's kind of what I'm worried about right there. You know, there he goes. That's the driver. I don't know what happened to the other guy. Yeah. He is definitely trying to get somebody, which is, oh, they're both right there. They're both right there. And there we go. Oh, there's law enforcement. Hello. Yeah. It looks like he has some sort of injury to his hand. Looks like he hurt his hand somehow. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Whew! That was a chase. Definitely. I'm just going a little bit wider. I wanted to see where the car was, but my pilot has been stretching it here in Skyfox. We needed fuel at 8 o'clock, so we are definitely on our reserves. We got both of them in custody. The dog didn't get the.
Yeah. Got it. That's right, and that is, Philip, you nailed it on the head, right? And that's a big consideration when an officer involves shooting. I mean, they have to consider their background, and these suspects start to engage the officers. They're not usually concerned about hitting other people, but those officers have to be very, very careful as we go northbound Vermont here, the wrong side of the street. They got to be very, very careful on what their background is. Almost seeing hit one of our trucks there. But going back northbound on Vermont here, looks like that might be Vernon as he goes back westbound. No, it just turned westbound. Yeah. Let's go further west. Yeah, see, this is not a good idea. These are citizens getting involved. Sheriffs are out. Guns are drawn. Hands are out. Okay, it looks like they're giving it up. They're going to pull them out. Very dangerous situation here. Not sure if they know, that's all I got, to know if they are armed or not, but Sheriff's not taking any more chances, pulling at least 2 suspects out of the car, clearing the right side of the car, and taking them into custody. Well, it looked... You can see that suspect coming out, got a tie on, possibly to mix into the crowd at the bank, but they're loading them up into the vehicles right now. Now the idea is they want to get out of this area right now.
Unfortunately, the stop-stick trap was not a success, and the chase continues.
Per officer on LPAC 7, during the tracker on the vehicle.
Status revoked.
Alright, going to the fly, and they are westbound on 18. Westbound on 18.
Over west on 18.
of them.
Give me your hands! He's got a gun! He's got a gun! Drive side.
Right side.
2803
Very good. Very good.
Location, shots fired.